Hello, I'm Charles, and today I'm going to be showing you how to clean your old grungy headlights. And not just any clean, I'm going to be showing you how to clean the inside, because I've noticed the last time I cleaned mine, it didn't quite come clear. And there's some stuff on the inside, so I'll explain why and how that happens, and a quick, easy trick to be able to get inside and clean your headlights and make them shine again. Here we go. Okay, what we're going to be using, a few things here to clean the inside of your headlight. The main ingredient is some strong magnets. Some you can get for the arts and crafts store. You can get these from inside computer hard drives. Basically, you want strong enough magnets. What we're going to be doing is using magnets inside cloth, and these are strong, so that you can put one magnet inside the headlight and the other side outside and use it to rub the cloth along. So I've got some t-shirt material here, just some regular cotton. Got a sponge, one of the ones that's rough on one side, soft on the other. Some tools to get the magnet out of the headlight once you get it in there. There's a magnetic pickup tool, so you'll be able to use that to snake it in there. Or you can use one of these tools with the push button thing on one end and the claw thing on the other. It's kind of scary at the camera. But anyway, and then some needle and thread. And to clean it, just some alcohol, rubbing alcohol. So, we'll get started. Alright, with the t-shirt material and with the sponge, we're going to be making 2 each. So, we'll just cut some pieces. There's one. And there's the other. And then the same thing on the sponge. I'm just going to cut 2 small pieces here. Might be easier to use the knife. What we're going to do on the sponge is carefully cut out a pocket inside that's big enough for one of our magnets. And you want to shove it up in there enough that you can either get some hot glue right there or needle and thread to hold it in there, because you don't want the magnet to slip out. And you're going to do that with both sponges. And what I like to do is make it so that you've got one side of the magnet that repels, so if you've got then the other side that actually hooks on. I like to make it so that both the rough sides match each other on the sponge. So you want to put your magnets in there. So You've got rough and rough or smooth and smooth. And you may want to experiment with how close you put it to the edge of the sponge for your strength. And then in the cotton material, what we're going to do, same idea, except on this one, we're just going to fold it up so that it's under a couple layers. And then sew it up. I might cut this one a bit smaller. And then the same thing, make your opposite piece. You'll fold this up, fold it over and stitch it, and then you've got cloth that attracts the cloth. Alright. You want to make your pieces of cloth not too big, because you're going to try to get into a small space, but you want it big enough to protect the headlight from the magnet. You want just enough cushion in there, but you still want to have the magnetic pull. So all I'm going to do is fold it over like this, and I could just tie around there, but what I'm going to do is just needle and thread, go in and out a couple times. Forgot to tie my knot on the end of the thread here, keep it from pulling through. Just back and forth a couple times. So you're just making sure that magnet's not going to slip out of there, so you don't really need much. And like I was saying before, if you want to make this a bit quicker, you just blob some hot glue in there, and if you want to reuse the magnet on another piece or another project, you could just cut the fabric up when you're done. But that's all you really need. I'll show you the same process on one of the sponges. There was our opening that we put the magnet in with. Just go through there a couple times. Keep that magnet from popping out. Nice and easy. You can do that with both pieces, but then that one backwards. There you go, nice and strong. Alright, now what I've got here is my headlight in the housing that I've already taken off. I have removed the bulb, being careful not to touch it. Set that aside. So now we've got an opening here But you can see there's like a weird diffractor, reflector, whatever thing right in the middle. So it makes it almost impossible to be able to stick something straight in there and move it around. But if you take your little pre-made magnetic pouch thing, hook this right there, push this in past that little magnetic reflector in the middle, and boop, right there, and then let go of this. Now, as you can see, we've got a piece of fabric on the inside, the magnet in it being controlled by our magnet on the outside. Now, you want to test whatever cleaner you're going to be using somewhere on the outside that's not going to make a difference, because you don't want anything that's going to leave residue. So right now I'm just using a cloth with a magnet in it. Got on that reflector thing again. I'll be able to get that out with my little grabber though. Now, as I was saying before, you want to test out any cleaner that you're going to be using, because you don't want to leave residue or anything on the inside. And I've noticed with my headlights that little bits of dust and whatnot that have gathered on the inside, what happens is they're supposed to be airtight, and you'll see some videos where people will bake these in the oven or use a heat gun to get this front section off the back section, and then you got to make sure you seal it up and everything. Unless you've got major issues with lots of water inside your headlight, you don't really need to take it apart. And your actual headlight itself has got a little rubber gasket on it, so in the back it's supposed to keep out some moisture. But the headlights are made so that they breathe, so they're not completely airtight. On this headlight you can see there's a little rubber boot sticking out the bottom. And that actually has a hole on the inside that vents the air, so if it gets hot and cool, it lets the air vent out. Well, what happens is it sucks in outside air, so if there's any moisture, dust, grits, and grime in that air, it's going to get inside the headlight. So this will allow you to clean inside and get all that dust out there, so that you get a perfect shine. And one thing you could also do is clean the back side of the headlight from the inside. But there you go, almost like magic. And you can see when you let it go, it falls to the bottom. Boop, pick it up and slide it wherever you want. So that's how you can clean the inside of your headlight. Now when you're done cleaning the inside, you can carefully use your grabber reach up in here, grab the piece and let go with the magnet, and then pull it on out the back. There's a nice clean headlight, lots of reflection and glare off of it. And over here, still got to do that. Alright, there you have it. Now you know how to clean your headlights on the inside. So the next time you clean your headlights, you'll be able to get them thoroughly clean, get rid of all that little haze and dust and gunk, have sparkling brand new headlights. So as a comparison, there's the clean headlight, there's the not clean headlight. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.